Well, we got here less than 5 minutes ago, so we're still trying to figure out exactly what is going on here. But you can see how flooded this area is. So if you did not make it out to high ground, they are getting ready to set their crews out to be able to do some of those rescues of people that are still in their homes. Again, it's a very active scene. We just got here, so very limited information that I was able to find out. But the only thing that we can see is that they do have the Coast Guard. They actually had the Navy Cajun folks out here trying to assist with the sheriff's office as well as the Coast Guard with these rescues, but they were just turned around. For what reason, I'm really not sure right now. I think that they want to do an initial assessment and be able to figure out exactly how much more help they need in this area. But from where we were yesterday, if you guys were tuned in to our coverage, and my photographer and I were down here yesterday morning, we were parked at City Hall for greater part of the morning trying to see how the conditions were getting, and right before 9 o'clock is when we started to get those heavier winds and the rain started coming down, so we were able to leave town and get back to the metro area. But since then, again, we know that this area really got a beating with Hurricane Ida, with those winds. Even on the commute down here, it was just, I don't want to say it was impossible, but it was just very hard to see the roadways, just covered in debris. There was snap trees all over the roadways. We had to kind of maneuver our way through the road until we got to this point where you can obviously see we can't go any further. We do know that there are some parish officials that are out here. Again, they're really just scattered, trying to figure out their best way to attack this and how quickly they can get into the water and head down into town. And like I said, I'm still kind of fairly new to the area, so I'm not sure exactly how much further into town where we were at City Hall. I believe we still had about a good 10 to 15 minutes of a drive, but again, not passable at all. So they are getting prepared to get down there and see what they can see. In other news, as far as the parish goes, we did just get that press release from Cynthia Leshane, the parish president. Jefferson Parish is remaining under a curfew. It started at 6 o'clock this morning. It's going to go until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. One thing they're urging residents to do, obviously, not to get out on the roadways. If you do live in Jefferson Parish, there's so many hazards around the roadways. There's so many crews that are out trying to assess damage, trying to clear the roads, power lines that are out. So again, you don't want to get caught up in a situation where you're putting even more resources out there to help you if you do get into some trouble. So again, let us show you the neighborhoods so that you can see what things are looking like. Again, in person honestly does no justice to what we're showing you on TV. So just pack your patience with trying to get anywhere, trying to get out and about and look for things, look at things for yourself. Another thing that Cynthia Leshane is also asking residents is to watch their water use. Again, if you live in Jefferson Parish, you either have no water or the water pressure is just very low. So they're wanting folks to try to just use water bottles that they have, water jugs, anything like that. And that's the latest update that I have so far right now as far as Jefferson Parish goes. Again, we're trying to wait until we can get the clear to talk to some officials that are on the scene to get an idea of what their plan is moving forward once they're able to get their crews into this water and into town. Again, that might be in the next 5 or 10 minutes we'll be able to talk to them. But if you guys have any questions, maybe I can answer them. Yeah. I'm not really sure. That's all I know for right now.
Asha, we can't tell from here, but from your vantage point, it looks as far as the eye can see down that road, it is all underwater.
It definitely is, Eric. Again, you can see this truck right here. They're trying to get this boat ready, and the water, he's not even, I'm not good with yardage, but maybe 40 yards away from me, and you can see the water is already kind of halfway to their tire. So don't even know exactly how deep that water is. You can only imagine. But yeah, as far as my eye can see, it's just a mess out here.
Hey, Asha.
Yeah, that looks like an official truck right there.
Yeah, that's definitely the parish.
So hopefully we can talk to them, because the big story last night, Peyton, was there was reports of 200 people stranded there. And we talked to Jean Lafitte Mayor Tim Kerner Jr., who said the worst storm surgery in the history of Jean Lafitte. And Peyton, that's exactly what he's talking about. You can see.
Exactly. Hey, Asha, I want you to look down at the surface on where that water starts. Do you see a line to where there used to be debris and it's receding? Or do you see anything like that while you're about to get splashed?
No, I'm good.
Did it look like it used to be higher?
I would.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, it does.
I I would say maybe over there, Whitney, if you can show where that water stops. Maybe it went up to about there in that median.
Okay.
I can't really tell. It's not too much debris over in this area, but like I said, this whole roadway is completely full with debris. So it doesn't. I can't.
It looks like it's dropped probably just a little, but not a whole lot, just from that debris line. And I was just curious if it was still at its maximum height it was at, or if it started to come down. But it's probably, hopefully, started to come down just a little bit.
Yeah, but I would assume it went pretty far up that road.
Yeah.
This is amazing, though. It looks like they're just dropping boats off one by one.
Well, they have to. That's the only way to get down there.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they said we're going to send in an army tomorrow, so hopefully they've gotten some out there already. And is this the Cajun Navy out there?
It looked like a JPSO truck that was bringing them out.
They do have, yeah, so they have a couple of folks out here. They have the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, they have the Coast Guard, and Whitney, if you can pan back this way where we were with all of these trucks, they did have the Cajun Navy folks. I don't know if you can see that big, I think that's a big bus, that blue bus that's all the way in the far ground. They had the Cajun Navy out here, but they were just told by the Sheriff's Office that they can leave. So again, I don't know if that's because they have enough manpower or what. They do have a lot of folks out here, a lot of crews, a lot of boats out here. And again, maybe it might just be something that they want to assess first and then bring them back in. So like I said, I haven't been able to get that confirmed or figure out what exactly their plan is, but they did send the Cajun Navy and those other people that are here to try to volunteer with the Sheriff's Office and the Coast Guard to go ahead and clear this area for right now.
And I noticed they have a bus there. I assume if they can bring people out, they're probably going to take them in the bus and take them to a hospital or whatever they need.
Yes, let me get a little bit close. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm blind, so I can't really see signage on any of the buses. But I do think that they are trying to prepare. They do have an ambulance out here. I also want to note, I'm not sure if you can see them from our photographer, but there is an animal shelter van up here also. This is where the higher ground is that they told us that they have some animals that they have been able to keep from the shelter. So they do have that out here. They do have this Jefferson Transit bus and again an ambulance, so if anybody does need some medical attention, they already have that set up and on standby to be able to assist them, and also, you know, of course, take them to higher ground to something that's not as messy as this situation.
Yeah, and let's also stress, we haven't spoken to the mayor in hours, so as Leslie said, we don't have an update on the nearly 200 people we heard were stranded there, but he did say that one of the levees was overtopped. I know early on there were reports that one of the levees had failed, and the last time we spoke to him, he wanted to make very clear it was overtopped. This was not what it was designed to even be able to withhold. So that's why they're seeing so much devastation there. He called it a heartbreaking day, and again said it was the worst he's ever seen. So it will be interesting when we can get a closer look. But this has given us a great idea of the efforts going on there to get things just assessed and hopefully get those people out of any dangerous situations if they're still in them, Asha.
Yeah, of course. And right now, the wind is kind of picking up just a little bit. It's something that anyone can't really handle. It is starting to rain a little bit, and we know that that's one of the issues when it comes to storm response is the weather. You know, it can put a damper and hinder some folks from being able to do what they can do because, of course, they want to be safe as much as possible, and then to be able to go out to these places where these folks are needing that help. It's always weather dependent, so I'm not sure if Peyton can let us know about how long we can see that shower to last, or if there's something in the near future that they have to maybe wait off for, but the weather is kind of off and on right now at this point.
Okay.
Can you talk to one of those officials?
Yeah, we're gonna let her go. We're gonna get over to Michelle with that.
I will, if you guys let me go to figure that out. I just don't want to, walk up on them and they're still trying to figure out their plan. So I will check back with you guys in the next 5 to 10 minutes. You guys can come back out to me and I'll hopefully have an update.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much, Asha. We'll get back to Lafitte in just a second.